I'm Riley Harvey for VCN, and we are live on Thursday night. Once again, we are covering two events tonight. We have got the PRT Handicap race, which is going out via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch. And we've also got on our other YouTube channel, we've got the Moonriders Tour episode 3, which is progressing very well. Coming towards the end of that tour, we'll go through the updates on the leaderboard of the for the Moonriders as we go on. We are just about to get underway. We've got a minute and 30 left to go underway on this event. And looking like they're both going to be busy events. Hopefully you can see us. We are live. Be on the chat. We're in the chat on both events. Most of the chat comes back to one live channel, so please get in touch with us over the chat and we will give you a shout out, pick out your favorite rider, or give you information on the RGT platform or anything else that you're interested in. Wealth of knowledge at the VCN headquarters. Seconds left to go and we'll be underway shortly. Absolutely freezing tonight, so surprised there isn't more people online getting their racing fix. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Boom. A flying start in both events. Usually the events in the virtual world are a little bit faster to kick off than those in the real world, generally only lasting about an hour, so most of the riders are eager to get themselves straight up to the front of the field as soon as they can. Covering both events tonight. My cambot is slow to get off the floor, get moving in that event there. Guy Hepner out at the front of this race with Chris Bancross chasing. We're into the first, actually the second climb. We've had a first climb already, done that one in, and then we've got Guy Hepner, Chris Bancross, David Brookhuizen, Marchi, Bartle, DeSuter, Adams, Dave, Hayes, Merrow, and Full selection of riders trying out there. Jasmanga, good to see them back in the event after a break for a while. Guy Hepner drifting back slightly in the pack. As we see Bankers taking the lead here with his partner in crime, David Brookers, and Marchie just feeling the pace and dropping off slightly. No cadence meter for Guy Hepner here, but you can see that his heart rate's up at 161. Marchie who's chasing on there. Oh, with the Suter, Marchie who's just managed to get back onto the group is a heart rate of 155. Bankers pushing away at the front of the group. Flatter section of the course just leading into another climb now. Guy Hepner rotates onto the front. We'll go back through the group and see who else we've got. Looking like it's going to be... I thought it was a shorter race than it is there. We've got 5 laps of this to go through. See Beer Run in 6th position. Joined. Then we've got Bartle. Louis Johnson. Jasmanga. Not seeing them on the platform that much recently, but they always used to take part in the Team Lou group rides, and they were a phenomenal power. Adams, Seamus Butler, dropping back a little bit to Fernando. W. Frank there. With Marco. I think that's our last real rider on the road there. Going back up to the front with a Marchie there. Going off. In the pace with Guy Hepner, Chris Bankers, and David Brookhusen. The party's still happening at the front here. Bancross taking the lead on this climb. Slight incline with Brookhuizen going with him. Marchi and D'Souza just being distanced slightly but recovering. Bancross just being able to eke out small gap. Not enough to stick. We're underneath the halfway banner once again. 15 kilometers remaining. Chris Bancross, not so long since his last win. It'd be interesting to see whether he can pull another one out. Temperature in the garage diminishes even further. D'Souza in 5th position there, just now being distanced slightly. Go back onto D'Souza and see how he's working there. Is no heart rate monitor. You can see his power levels just peaking there as he tries to power it back onto the back of the group, but then decides that it's a lost cause. Beer on 6th position, 260 meters away from the riders that he's chasing. Bartle, his closest competitor, with Mero there. They're 690 meters behind. It's looking like he's going to solo this event. It's got 14 kilometers left to go. Long time to be soloing this event. Bartle in 7th position, Mero and Dave Hayes. Jasmunger isolated. Adams separated as well from the group. It's really fragmented after a lap or two. Matt Fernando riding with Joyce Johnson there. Frank not too far behind. Famous Butler just working his way back through the bots, back up to the wheel of Frank. And these guys can see real riders just in front of them, and they're not too far away from them. With the assistance of these bots here, they might just pace the way back up to them. Butler managing to catch the wheel there, Frank missing it. Up to the front, it's still a tight grouping. Marchi, Brookhuizen, Bancross and Hepner. D'Souza now drifting back, and he's been caught by Beer and D'Souza. There are those will no doubt be battling it out. that last attack on that climb has taken Guy Hepner and Brookhuizen clear. From what I remember, Guy Hepner carries quite a heavy weight penalty and Brookhuizen's a little bit of a lighter rider. We'll see which one of those will be able to make it to the finish line. Brookhuizen putting down a little bit of power here and towing Guy Hepner with him on this flatter section. Hey Kate, good to see you on the chat. That's Brookhuizen and Guy Hepner out in the lead. So we're all missing you on the racing scene, Kate. That adulting is not to be envied. But we'll be back out racing soon. Guy taking the lead, 10.8 kilometers remaining. Kate's just saying that she loves the first half of this course. Climb section, I take it. Archie's been isolated now in third position. Chris drifted quite far back there in fourth position. It's not like Chris to get distance so quickly. Kate's saying that she loves to climb, and she does like a good climb, Kate. A little bit lighter than me, so she prefers climbing. Enjoys it a little bit more, so where she can drop me. Although she dropped me on the flat too at the moment, Kate. When you Chris, fourth position, and then with Beer Run still soloing in fifth. Dave Hayes and Chris Partle have managed to catch up with the Suter. Merrow's joined the group as well. Jasmunger is 10th position. And then we've a little grouping now. Frank, Fernando, Adams, Butler, Johnson. And then we've Bots. Heading back up to the front of the race here. We've got Hepner and Brookhuizen powering away, working together, increasing the gap on Marchi to 120 meters. So Kate asking how many laps. There's 5 laps on the course tonight. Don't be put off by the lap count in the top left hand corner just above the rider names. That is the lap count of my bot, and my bot does travel very, very slowly. Guy here just slightly opening up a gap on Brookhuizen. Brookhuizen's working to get his way back. Brookhuizen going deep here now. 182 heartbeat, trying to get back to the wheel of Guy Hepner. The drafting so important. You can't let Guy get across the top of this climb with a gap, because Guy will power away on the flatter section of the course. Watch for Brookhuizen's drafting meter in the top left hand corner there. You can just see that gap slightly eking out to Guy, just in tens of centimeters. And that could be it for Brookhuizen. Or over the top into the flat section. Brookhuizen once again goes deep. Guy Hepner now just edging away, gap at 40 meters. Brookhuizen's not giving up yet though. Guy not out of sight and into a slight climb again here. Bancross managed to return Marchi just behind us. He's slightly in front of Marchi. 6.7 kilometers left of this course now. And Brookhuizen going deep. Heart rate up at 184. Pushing to get back to the wheel of Guy Hepner around that corner, and he's back into that drafting. Brookhuizen sits into the drafting pocket now, hoping for Guy to drag him along and do some of the work and let him have a breather. Gone deep there, recovering that. You can see he's gaining a drafting benefit, 130 watts there, as Guy just eases back on the power, not wishing to give. Not wishing to give Brookhuizen David any benefit there. And Guy, you can see in the online chat there, Brookhuizen just saying, you're going to make me work for it, hey. Guy's just eased off. Parry these riders, taking a breather. Guy, no doubt, waiting for the next ideal moment to fire off into the distance once again. K2 giving a shout out to Dave Hayes. It's good to see him in the top 10. She said she knew he'd get addicted to this series of races. Very good fun. The handicap races allow a lot of riders to compete on an even playing field that wouldn't normally ride together or compete against each other. So you see Brookhuizen and Heppner locked into a battle now. Brookhuizen managing to get back to the wheel of Heppner, and he's just waiting for the next attack from Heppner as we're going around this course with 3.8 kilometers remaining. May see a surprise attack from Brookhuizen on one of these climbs. And Brookhuizen just opens the floodgates here. 5.5 watts per kilogram on this climb. And the base of it, Heppner not responding, taking it steady. Brookhuizen opening a gap of 20 meters. Heppner just pacing himself. You can see Marchi and Bancroft have come back into the field of view behind Heppner. So he would have responded sooner to this attack. As the gradient gets a little steeper, Heppner's applying more power. Andy Folks saying it's great racing. You can't call it from these two at the front. Well, it's looking very much the Brookhuizen's race at this moment in time. Guy Heppner just pacing himself a little bit more at this climb. Having a little bit more power. Marchi, having seen the slowness, if you can call it slowness, that's not the right phrase, but if you Marchi having seen Heppner and Brookhuizen slowing slightly comparatively up that climb, he has put in the power and he has dropped Bancroft. And he's making his way up to the wheel of Guy Heppner here. Andy Folks saying he can't call it from the front two, but it could be the front three or even the front four if Bancroft has a little bit left in the locker as well. Brookhuizen still applying power. He's opened up a gap now of 90 meters over Heppner. But Marchi's made it up to the wheel of Guy Heppner here, and Marchi could work with Heppner here to really eat into that lead that Brookhuizen's hard won and battled for. Marchi just into the drafting of Heppner here. Chat going on between Bancroft and Brookhuizen in the on-game chat there. Outside of my translation abilities, and Heppner and Marchi together here. Brookhuizen out in the lead by 210 meters here. This is fantastic. Fantastic racing by Brookhuizen here, and quite amazing to see him recover the gap on Guy Heppner, rest for a few moments, and then explode like that. Brookhuizen, 2.5 kilometers left to go. Up at the top of the course, 2.2k remaining. Brookhuizen now with a considerable gap, 330 meters back to Guy Heppner and Marchi. can only presume there are congratulations coming in for Brookhusen from Chris Bancroft there in the chat. Already time for planning of the celebration. Brookhusen, if you're listening to me, it's //win in the chat window when you come over the finish line. Let's see that celebration. $1.4K remaining. Brookhusen not easing up here, keeping the power on. Got to keep the goats entertained as we come around this last section of the course. Big sweeping right hand bend. Congratulations for David B coming in from Will Deegan. Will Deegan unable to race with us at the moment. Hopefully be back on the PRT handicap races soon. Hope your recovery's going well, Will. Brookie, 420 meters left to go. And it's a battle behind between Guy Hepner and Marchie. Second and third place. Kate hopes that Kate's sending through oh, you can read it in the chat, Will. There's Brookie, 180 meters left remaining. More bit of climbing to the finish line. We are over for a well-deserved win for David Brookhusen there. Chris flying into the picture here. Will Deegan saying he's back in the new year. He's allowed to pedal after Boxing Day. Marchie coming into his own now with a sprint for the finish line, dropping Guy Hepner. Guy, fantastically well fought third position, and Bancroft coming through in fourth position here. He was looking for a moment there that Bancroft was going to recover those other two positions as well. Beer Run, having ridden almost the entire race on his own, he's coming into fifth position. Solo time trial for Beer Run there. DeSuter, who was up in the front group earlier on in this race, riding into sixth position. Was with Merrow, but Merrow's now distanced slightly, and Bartle. And congratulations for Brookhusen coming in on the in-game chat. Question marks over Guy, whether he's blown up. I'd looked so convincing earlier on in the race. Kay Dulett passing on, and congratulations to everyone who took part in the race. Fantastic efforts from everyone as DeSuter comes through with 200 meters remaining. And DeSuter sprint for the line, 7 watts per kilogram. Emptying the tank, 430 watts on the road. The Tutu's over the line. 6th position. Mero, not too far behind. He was attacking well there. He's over in 7th position. Bartle, 8th. Managing to separate himself from Dave Hayes. Dave's going to have a big battle on his hands here. He's got a big powerhouse of Jasmunger right on his wheel. Bartle coming over 8th position. Dave Jasmunger coming through now for the final sprint. Jasmunger comes over the top of Dave Hayes. Pushes Dave into 10th position. Jasmunger holding it to the line. Only just though. Dave coming through in 10th position. And Fernando in 11th here. Big congratulations coming through for everyone on the chat. Andy Folks saying well done Dave Hayes. Fantastic results. David Brookhusen giving out some information on the fact that it's, if it's an under a 1 minute climb, it's a good one for him. Steep short ones are the best. I have to put that in the memory bank. Know that that's the best ride to attack Dave Brookhusen on. As Fernando's coming over in 11th position here. Got some bots for company, but they are 60 meters clear. Fernando, 300 meters to go. Fernando over the line in 44 minutes and 10 seconds. Adams with a sprint for the finish line. Butler just taking a bot on the finish stretch there with a big sprint. Johnson doing the same, overtaking Tremaine. I think that's the last real rider on the road there. That's it for another Thursday night for the PRT Handicap race. Another excellent race. Lots of interest and lots of effort put into that one, and we'll be back next Thursday, if not before. Keep checking out the VCN Facebook page. It's been great racing with you. Have a great night.